we are ready to go. I have not thrown, this is the Hammer Effect Tour. I have not thrown this ball yet. I don't know why I'm wiping it off, but old habits die hard. So first shot, we're gonna go to the sweet spot and see what we have. Who needs practice? That's really good. Yeah, I mean that's pretty good. I don't think I have to try to wordsmith anything or talk anybody into anything. That's just good. The Hammer Effect Tour releases on November 21st and is a big buzz release based on the success and popularity of the original, but it's also very different from the OG, so we're going to take a look and I'll do my best to explain what the situation is here. We are, of course, at Royal Crest Lanes in Lawrence, Kansas on the Kegel Chromium Challenge pattern, 42 feet, 25.5 mils. The graph is linked in the description if you want all the details. I've also been talking about it quite a lot lately, but yes, I'm wearing Genesis K-Motion tape on my elbow. I've been dealing with some tendonitis, and it's really helped. I highly recommend it. And no, I don't have any kind of deal with them at all, so I'm not just trying to sell you something. Now, I've been leaving the tech out on the videos lately because if you are into the details, you probably already found them, check them out, they're on the website, but the numbers are kind of confusing to the people that don't understand them. It kind of makes their eyes glaze over. However, in this particular instance, explaining the tech is necessary and it's going to be kind of thick and chonky, so I'll go slow. The Effect Tour, or ET as I'm going to call it, starts by removing the radial disc from the bottom of the Huntsman core to drop the differential and the int diff to create an Obsession Tour / Envy Tour style mild asim tour core. It's got a 247RG 036 differential and an 012 int diff. Now the Envy Tour and the Obsession Tour both had the same core. That was 247RG, 034 differential, and 013 int diff. So for all intents and purposes, same thing here. The Obsession Tour cover was the Tour V2 Solid, the Envy Tour had the Envy Solid cover, and the ET has the Tour V3 Solid. Note no HK22 here, which is noticeable, and which isn't a bad thing whatsoever. You're going for strength and control. HK is a cleaner, more dynamic cover base, which wouldn't fit the design intent, so slightly stronger version of the OBT cover. Hammer ranked Tour V2 as a 10 on strength on their ratings that they have on the website. The Envy Solid was a 10.5, Tour V3 is a 10.25, so right in the middle. Right away, again, I've been throwing it really good the last couple months, so I expected this to begin with, but the ET is definitely easier to get down the lane than the ET. And yes, I just realized that the Effect Tour and Envy Tour are both ET, so we'll go ET and Envy to make it easier. The ET does come at 1500 grit, while the Envy comes at 1000, so that will account for some of the difference. But to make it as easy as possible, the ET feels like a slightly weaker Envy Tour. The on-lane feel and shape is identical. It's the super round, rolly, continuous climbing type of reaction that is exactly what you want out of something like this. Web Tour, GB5, IQ Tour, Envy, and OBT as well, of course. Now, I've been used to throwing a lot of the HK covers, and its absence is definitely noticeable. There were a couple flat corners early because I'm used to just kind of jamming the ball at the break point and watching it bounce. The ET isn't bouncy, and that's great. And this it was a small adjustment, softer with my hand, a little softer with my speed. I just let it roll and pick up and walk in. Now, obviously, this kind of ball reaction is nothing like the OG effect. It's not similar whatsoever, not even really a compliment, though of course they could go in the same bag together. I never threw an Obsession Tour, but I've seen a million of them. The ET seems to be earlier and smoother, also a little more continuous, but it's definitely cleaner and a little weaker than the Envy. Identical shape on the lane though. Even, continuous, patient, very stable, and controllable the whole way. Now, I didn't think I was going to be able to move in very far with it, but it handled the angle exceptionally well, and that's great news for those heavier, longer patterns where sometimes you need traction and recovery as you move in, but the stronger and smoother balls just can't handle the angle. This one seems like it can, and granted we're not on a super heavy and long pattern, but it's not like it's just kind of lazily saying, okay, I'll cooperate. It's actually picking up and driving. You can force any ball to get back from anywhere if you try hard enough, but I'm really not having to do much, and it's not resisting it. Sponsors help me do all kinds of things, including continuing to put videos out there. There's a link to Bowler's Mart in the description where you can order one of these or anything else bowling related. Rosedal10 is my discount code for both your CoolWick orders and 3D printed ball cups and spinners from Scarred Prints. Plus, there's a discount link for 10% off an Nexus backpack, their new journal, or other products, and finally an email address for custom handcrafted items like pins, bottle openers, and stoppers, and even bowls made out of old bowling balls. Please hit the description before you get out of here and support the businesses and individuals that support me. Also, take a look at my memberships, where for just $5 a month, you can get all my videos early and ad-free. Moving on, we'll compare it to the Envy Tour. Obviously, it comes a little chalkier and is definitely earlier. Now, at the time I filmed this one, I was also throwing it pretty good, so at least we'll have a close comparison. I even have the same jersey on, same camera angle, those sans the glowing ginger chicken legs. You can see the striking similarity in the ball roll, though I feel like the Effect Tour handles angle better. A little more surface and a little stronger cover on the Envy is going to make it earlier and smoother / slower, but even when it shines up, it still generally prefers straighter angles. Now, while the Envy will make it back, it still doesn't want to go through the pins that great from the bigger angles. I have to help it a little more. Now, again, that's not what it was designed to do. I know I just kind of skipped over its wheelhouse, which is second and third arrow, but we watched the ET do just fine from the straighter angles, and obviously the Envy has a couple years worth of reputation. You should know what it's all about by now and what it does. The ET seems to be similar from straighter and also have a little more room to move further inside, but there's tons of overlap between these two. I think that's pretty apparent. Now, running the Envy with surface and letting the ET shine up a little could be a disgusting combo that would keep you in the same general zone with the same shot shape as the lanes transition. The Hammer Effect Tour releases on November 21st with 5 other balls. I'll have videos for all of them, and I also made a preview / summary video for all of them if you just want the general rundown and a couple shot look instead of sitting through a bunch of full review videos. Once again, tons of great stuff in the description, so check that out before you get out of here. Also, I have several minutes worth of live commentary or on-lane thoughts as I was bowling that are following, so stick around for that as well. This video was brought to you by Panda Bear Productions. We put the in bowling. Thanks for watching, and may the strikes be with you. Turn on both cameras, it seems. Okay, so it's definitely smooth. It's definitely a tour type of ball. Alright, so just had to slow it down a little bit. Roll it a little bit more, give it a minute. Alright, see, sometimes it's just a little tiny adjustment that you don't need to do much to it. The first shot, it was dead fresh. Hooked. The next couple shots were a little bit long. I was a little firm with them. All I had to do was soften up just a touch. Oh boy, that was not good. Okay, so that was a whole lot better result than execution. Okay, we're just not paying any kind of attention whatsoever, so this is great. Throw it harder apparently means throw at the same speed, but hit it more. That was a good shot. I mean, that was probably the best shot I've thrown so far. Touche, touche. Actually, I would throw that shot. Boy, if I could throw that same ball every single time, I would do that. That's not it. It's gonna hook. Wasn't a great shot, but that was not good at all. Okay, well we just kind of dropped that one in the right place. That was better. Hey, look at that. Look at that, ladies and gentlemen. There we go. Let's do is open your damn shoulders instead of scooping everything. 'Cause that'll hit the pocket. Okay. I thought that was worse than that. I was wrong. So apparently I can throw it decent and get away with it from there. That was terrible. That was exactly as bad as I thought it was going to be. And that's all we have to do. So that's why you never step them off. That's why you never get excited. You can't throw a good shot and go, oh my gosh, that's amazing. Well, if we can throw that shot again, I'll be super happy. Me likey. That's handling the angle a whole lot better than I'm expecting it to. That's really good. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty good. I don't think I have to try to wordsmith anything or talk anybody into anything. That's just good. Oh boy. I think we can be done there. That was really good. I'm not going to throw it any better than that.